If you're anything like me, you are an artist that wants to make a sustainable income from your creative work. And if that is you, then welcome, because that is what we're talking about on this channel. So a few years ago, I had produced a fairly big theatre show, and we had performed it at our state museum, and it was amazing. It was a huge show. It was all a live representation of the Bayeux Tapestry, which is this 70-metre long embroidered account of the Battle of Hastings from 1066, where William invaded England from Normandy. And yeah, it was all epic, 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 but I didn't make any money. In fact, I lost money on it. And it was after that show where my wife came up to me and said, "Can you stop losing our money?" Just straight out. And it was a bit of a slap in the face. But in all honesty, it was a bit of a slap in the face that I needed, because here I am, having worked in management jobs pretty much my whole career. So at that point, I had worked in management through retail and events and arts and education, and I'd been on tours, and I'd worked in all sorts of different businesses. But I actually wasn't applying any of my business skills to my artistic work. And as a result, I was just losing money all the time. So it was a really, really, really great wake-up call for me. And so it sent me on this rabbit hole of research to find the gaps in my knowledge. Historically, I had a good track record of going into businesses, helping grow that business. I worked with an independent theatre company, and then over the course of a few years, we doubled the income of that company by putting in a whole bunch of different stuff. So, I knew I could do this, but I'd never actually done it for my own artistic work. And what I realized was that I knew how to take a resource and grow it, but I'd never actually grown anything from zero. So I needed to really think differently about how I'd been approaching that. So I have been applying these skills to my own business, and I will be sharing those kind of tactics and strategies as well as the results, so you can see what has worked and what hasn't worked. And on top of that, I've also just signed a 6-figure contract to work with a local independent theatre company over the next 12 months, and possibly another further 2 years beyond that, to be their company development manager. And the whole purpose of that role is about building income streams, strengthening the business side of the business, and also helping them find sponsors, donors, and philanthropic support. And they've agreed to allow me to share a lot of the tactics and strategies we're using there, and what doesn't work, so that it can benefit people as well, which is amazing. Like, the fact that they're allowing that is just tremendous. So we'll be able to see it not just from a bootstrapped micro size as I'm kind of relaunching my business, but we'll also be able to see the application of it in a medium-sized business. And I'm guessing, because I don't have all the answers, but what I do know is that a lot of these strategies will work at each level. It's just about types of audience that we have. So it's going to be really exciting to see this unfold and be able to talk about this stuff. It will be a video podcast, so I'm recording it as video for YouTube, but it will also be stripped from the audio perspective to be an audio podcast that you can listen to on the run. But if you are just starting out and you're not quite sure what the first few steps are that you should take, then I'll pop a video up here that will show you the first 5 things that you should be thinking about when you're just starting out in your business, your arts business career. See ya.